Hey, what's up, everybody? It's a light weekend in the SWAC, but still there's a lot to talk about. Joining us now, our SWAC Insider, inside HBCU football. You can catch him online. He is B.J. Jones. B.J., you and I were going to hook up this weekend, man, for the first time, and I don't even remember the last time I saw you in person, man. I guess it was the last time you came by the studio here. We were going to check out Alabama A&M and Grambling, but the news of the day, Grambling has hit pause for the next 2 games. They're canceled, not postponed. And look, we might not see Grambling again this spring, depending on how things turn out. So let's start there. It's been a rough spring for Grambling, man. Their offensive coordinator this week, he's like, I'm out of here. Hickbottom today on Twitter says, I'm transferring. Grambling hasn't been winning. Now they've been hit with a COVID pause. It's rough out there for the G, man.
Oh, man, rough times up in northern Louisiana. You pair all that up with an 0-3 season, an embarrassing loss at home. They haven't lost in that fashion at home in a long time. And then the offense coordinator, 2 offense coordinators gone in the last 2 weeks. Now you got Hickbottom gone. Yeah, not good times for the people up in northern Louisiana.
Look, it's hard to say. We can't say with any precision why these things happen, but it just looked like this program never really got back on track after the year-long pause because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, and Grambling was one of those teams that was looking forward to coming back out. Looking how the 2019 season ended with that block kick in the Bayou Classic and how they played themselves back into the season. Remember, Grambling started off in the hole, played some really good football, beat all of them. And they started, it kind of looked like the Grambling of old came, a block kick away from going to the SWAC championship game. So they were eager to get out on the field. But then, you had Kevin Dominique, the running back, hits the portal right before the season. And then, it's been downhill since there.
BJ, look, the SWAC has got a little extra buzz. We all know the SWAC's been around for 100+ years, and they've been doing just fine. But we all can admit a little extra sauce on the spring and the fall for sure. This is not the time to be going backwards, right? Like you want to be in an elevated position with maybe a few more eyeballs on the conference coming up.
Yeah, man. I mean, this spring I think has been very, very advantageous for the SWAC. Having the games moved up to ESPN2, now the big network, ESPN. I think that the SWAC, no doubt, has been the most visible FCS conference during the spring, and I think that that's going to pay dividends in the fall, especially when you have FAMU and Bethune-Cookman coming in, and you have Deion Sanders. There's no denying what he brings to the table and the eyeballs that he will bring. So. This has been a giveth and taketh away type of spring for the conference.
Look, man, you and your Bible verses got me thinking about what you did online this week. You've got to follow BJ online, man. What day do you do your show on Facebook?
Oh man, it's Sunday nights. I do it at 8 Central, 9 o'clock if you're on Eastern time. I do it in a group called SWAC Sports Central, and I kind of just give, my takes on the week that was and the week that will be. And I kind of give the fans their opportunity to kind of chime in and it's interactive. I like to have fun.
Yeah, and you can get on the wrong side. There are 2 sides of BJ, in case you want to venture in there. What was his name? Was it poor Kevin? He came at BJ the wrong way, and BJ said, look, I'm a preacher's kid, but I'm going to need all the deacons and the mothers to excuse themselves for 2 minutes, and the next 2 minutes was pure entertainment.
There was a T-shirt created after that, and oh man, it was just crazy. It took that quick for a T-shirt to be created.
You're the man. I gotta get a XL, one of those. Real quickly here, just to wrap things up on Grambling. Do you think they got a pretty good quarterback coming in? With Noah Bodden, is there time to turn it around? Like, can you just hit reset on the spring, say, hey, this was a great way just to work out some of the kinks conditioning, if nothing else, all the bad things or adversity, let's get that out of the way, start fresh in the fall. Is there still lots of room to be optimistic if you're a Grambling fan, or should there be concern when we come back in August?
There's room for it. One of the things about that the spring does, it gives you an opportunity to see what your flaws are going into the fall season that you wouldn't know until that season kicked off. So now Grambling knows exactly what they need to work on. If they need to hit the portal and get a player or two there, they know exactly which players they need to get in their what position. So it was advantageous for everyone, not only Grambling, to have the spring season so you know exactly where you are going into the next season.
All right, he's B.J. Jones. He's our SWAC Insider, and all the mothers and deacons were welcome for the last 5 minutes this time.